So look at Nifty right now. Obviously, none of us should deny this, that Nifty did do a massive rally from its lows, right? Obviously, we were at a very low point recently in the past, and we recently did a very steep rally upwards north, right? We saw this massive rally happening, and right now you can see since the last 1 month we are currently in a box. We are not moving at all. In the last 1 month, we are currently in a box over here. Look at this. This is the box. We're not moving at all from this box. Now, this is actually a good sign. It is not a bad sign, because a lot of people think that this is actually bad, this is not good and all of that. It's not bad. It is a good sign. Why? Because you should also understand that that means there are enough buyers coming into the market as well, and they're not letting aggressive selling happen as well. So that is actually a good news, not a bad news. Now, only problem here is I feel we are going to be stuck here for some time, mainly because look at this. Even if we break out from here, which is the 25,000 mark, we have a straight up resistance again at 26,285, which is also our all-time high. That means there are a lot of people who have bought here who are also waiting to like just book their profits and all of that. So there is still a small resistance, and the difference between this and that is only around 3.5%. So yes, we will see some resistance here, but not a problem. I think this might take maybe 1 or 2 months to cover, or maybe if there is a massive spike rally, then we will cover this instantly. So not an issue there. But I don't see a lot of possibility of us going too down from here. Maybe a little bit here and there, small correction was okay, but I don't think market will go down quite aggressively until and unless something really big happens on the global scale. India, I think as a whole, is completely secure and completely fine, and I don't think anything should or will happen to India from that perspective, right? So that is what I believe, number one. Number two, what I really think is again very important to look at. If you looked at all the stocks yesterday, right? Let me just show you this. Right, if you looked at all the stocks yesterday that actually went up, you will see very clearly that all these power companies went up. A lot of KPEL went up by 6%. You will see that Q Power went up, Warrior Energies went up, NTPC Green went up. So many power companies, which is in the entire universe, most of them actually did a very good circuit on top, right? Good day, or as I would call it, good buying day happened on that day. But why was this the case? That is very important to understand. Yes, CG Power and all, we will talk about stocks and we will understand a little bit more about them. But you have to also understand something, right? India has been very aggressive in the last few weeks, few months when it comes to pushing liquidity into the system. Now, can we all agree that 2025 has been not a great year for us? Can we all agree that? Right? Every time something was good supposed to happen to India, something bad only happens to India, and then we see everything going down. Have you seen that? Right? We've always seen this problem happening, right? Now, I believe now, because look at what India is doing. Number one, they reduced the interest rates. We all agree to this. Interest rate went down. So, acha hai, matlab for us, all of us, it's good. Interest rate went down. Great. Yesterday, they actually changed some rules, right? Because of which all power stocks went up. What rule they changed? There's something called provision coverage ratio, PCR. Usually, the banks had kept a provision coverage ratio of 5%. That means if I had 100 crores of money to give out as loan, the RBI said 5 crore or 5% or 5 crores, you cannot lend it to anybody. You have to keep it with yourself, right? And the remaining 95% you can lend. Yesterday, they reduced the 5% to actually 1%, meaning that remaining 5 crores also, out of 5, 4 I can lend and 1 I can keep back in my own pocket. Now, imagine these guys are not lending 100 crores. They're lending thousands and thousands and thousands of crores, right? So even a 3-4% difference becomes very interesting. So now rate cuts have happened. That means people can borrow money at a very cheap rate. Number two, infrastructure projects have been given a PCR exemption or a PCR reduction. And number three, the RBI had also injected almost 90,000 crores in the past. Now, if you add all these three, what does your Deepak tell you what will happen in the economy? If you just add all these three, huge liquidity coming into the market, huge infrastructure push is being pushed in that front, and if all of this comes out, we will see massive gains coming in few specific sectors, not across all sectors. So that means you will see in the next 2 to 3 years, lot of orders will be coming, lot of people will be executing these orders. Because think about it, if I want to go and put a massive solar plant, I need money, correct? Who has to give me money? The government should facilitate some avenue for me to go raise money at a cheap rate. Give me some exemptions, give me some PLI exemptions. So India has become very bullish on energy transition. Have you also noticed that this rare earth material also became an issue. Renewable energy, anyway, we're doing a lot. So I believe that in the next few years, the what do you call that? The themes that will play out very well right now, I'm seeing, is renewable energy and green energy is going to play out very, very, very well, right? I feel green hydrogen is just starting to play out. By the way, I'll share one report with you guys as well. This is a nice green energy report by Aventus. You should go check this out also, right? It is a massive report on, it is a 1-year-old report. There are some recent reports that have come which I can share later. I'll share it to the community members as well. But this is a massive report that talks about why green energy or green hydrogen is becoming such a big thing in the market right now, and all stocks are also getting into this as well. Even if you look at energy transition, there was another report that came out just now in March 2025 which talks about the energy transition of materials. Now this is a report that I have not gone through completely, but this is a report that I want to understand deeply and understand what are the different things that we need for green energy, mainly with respect to the transition materials. Now remember, we were talking about rare earth materials and all of that. So basically this report talks about all those rare earth elements: copper, graphite, cobalt, nickel, lithium, manganese, aluminum, silicon, platinum group. So every single thing has been mentioned here. It's a slightly big report, 75-80 page report that is there. But if you ask me, this is going to be a very, very interesting report that I'm obviously have to sit and go through it one by one and go deep into it, because I have to also teach it to other people as well. But these are some very interesting things that are happening. Apart from this, I don't know if you saw another energy play is happening in the space. If you've heard of Siemens. Now Siemens basically had a demerger of one of their entities, and that was called Siemens Energy, that actually came out and listed, I think, lower. If you ask me, I was very shocked because it kind of came out and listed at 3.44% lower on that day. But if you look at the company, and I'll show you a little bit more about it over here in this report, you will understand why I was a little shocked about it, right? So Jefferies had basically given a buy call, right, of approximately 3,700, and they expected the price to be around 3,300. But here the price has come down quite drastically, right? It's around 2,700, so it was not expected at all. And if you go down and you see it more clearly, look at the power capex here, right? So what they're saying is, which is what even I was shocked when I read this report. Now again, it all depends on who executes, how they execute, and all of that, because the whole game on the power energy sector is who executes and how fast can they execute. But if you look at this report, they clearly mention that this is India's Siemens Energy is India's largest listed pure play transmission player, transmission and equipment distribution equipment player, followed by Hitachi and TDGE, right? I think you've already seen the other company that is there. Hitachi is anyway there. There is also, what is that company called? Second, let me, yeah, GE Vernova. This is the other company that is there, right? Which is the transmission company that is a transmission distribution company. And this company has obviously been doing really well. And also, if you look at the market cap of this company, it's a 60,000 crore market cap company. Revenue growth yearly is like this. Profit is like this. Little weird and little off. But if you look at this company, sorry, which report was this? Yeah. If you look at this company, this looks very, very interesting, right? So what they are predicting is that we see that 40% EPS CAGR, 40% matlab the EPS, which is earnings per share, will grow by 40% CAGR from FY24 to FY27 because of the pipeline they have. Now, again, as I'm saying very clearly, there are risks associated with this, but we will understand why Jefferies came out with this report. And I'm trying to understand more from a sector standpoint as compared to a company standpoint. Now, ST should be the key beneficiary of the $100 billion transmission Capex pipeline that is happening in India right now. Current margin reflects only 60% utilization. Hitachi Energy and all of them are there. I'll go to the important parts, right? Power Capex to rise 2.5x to 300 billion over the next 5 to 6 years. This is something that even I feel is going to happen a lot because the entire ecosystem is coming into this. Mainly, yes, your Adani is also coming into this, Reliance. Now think about this. If I have a solar plant far away in Gujarat, I have to move that power from one place to another. Then I have to store that power in another place. So that is why you will see a lot of players who are either in the transmission place, like taking power from one place to another. Then there are producers who are actually putting the solar plants, and then there are storage facility players like BESS, which is battery storage. So a lot of things are happening in this space. Then uska pipes bhi dega koi B2B pipe player will come there. He will also give the pipes. So this is coming up very interesting. And if you look at Siemens India, Siemens Energy, the revenues have come something like this: 60,000 crores, 63, 81,000, and they have been growing with EBITDA margins of around 12, 15, and around 16% margin. Again, I can't give you the perfect number for the estimates that Jefferies has taken, but this looks very interesting because this basically says leave the company. I don't care about the company as much, right? I care more about what is happening in the market, what is happening in the system. Like if I feel that that system is doing well and I feel that that sector is doing really well, then that is where I am most bullish on, right? So that is why I feel that a lot of these things is something that you should also definitely look at and try to understand as much as possible. Here is another green hydrogen report that you should again check. It is by Krishna Heda. It is a June 2025 report that has come out. Again, I'll share all of this with the community members. And here I'll show you something, right? Number one, they're saying that this sector is going to grow at a CAGR of 44% because it has not even started. This sector has not even started. It is going to start. So you can see that 44% CAGR is what they are predicting. That is number one, right? Number two, let me go to the clear main part. Okay, this I'll give this document to all the community members, but there are different types of hydrogen and why green hydrogen obviously is better than the others. That is something it is showing here. So yes, you can make green hydrogen using electrolysis, using solar and wind energy. So this is something that we're already using in the ecosystem. So that is doing well. But coming to the players, and this is something I even shared on Twitter. If you're not following me on Twitter, just go and follow me on Twitter because I keep posting all of these interesting tidbits for you. It's a very deep article. I've been going through it. I've already gone through the entire article. So look at this. Here is the beautiful thing, right? Indian green hydrogen ecosystem, value chain, and key players. It is so beautiful. Just see this, okay? First of all, there are three players. Upstream, these are the guys involved in production and component manufacturing. We have midstream, the guys who will transport this green hydrogen from one place to another. Then you have downstream, the people who will actually use the green hydrogen. So you need to understand who are the players and what are the players doing here, right? So on the upstream, which is the producers, who are the people making it, we have Reliance Industries, ONGC, IOC, BPCL, which are basically your oil and gas major players, right? Then we have energy and infrastructure players who are coming up here, which is JSW. Both energy and steel have won bids. Adani Group has won bids. Tata Power and Larsen and Toubro are also coming into the green hydrogen space. Then we have electrolyzers, which are only focusing on the electrolyzer bit. They are not focusing on the entire ecosystem. They're only focusing on the electrolyzer part. Now over there, you will see companies like Welspun, Advait, Oriana Power. Greenco is a very big player in this. I don't think it's listed, but these are some of the players that are currently there. Now, if you look at this, they manufacture it, and then you have people who have to transport it, right? Once I've made it, I have to also use infrastructure and transmission. So over here, Adani Total Gas, Adani Energy, and Power Grid. So you will find Adani is there almost in the entire ecosystem. Okay, that is why he's winning orders left, right, center also. There's also Siemens Energy. This was the company that just got listed. And there is also Cummins. By the way, guys, I don't hold any stake in Cummins or Siemens Energy or whatever. So please don't take it into a bad light. I don't hold any of these Siemens Energy and all of that, right? So because some people might think I'm talking about it, so maybe I hold stake and all. I don't do all of that, so I don't have it yet, right? I'm telling you, I'm shocked why it fell down, so I'm waiting for it to consolidate. But I feel it's a good company, but I'm not bought it yet, right? Now coming to downstream, who is going to use these products, right? We have fertilizer and glass companies that are actually going to use these products, where Inox Air, Coromandel International, Madras Fertilizers. You have steel making companies that actually use green hydrogen, Jindal Stainless, Jindal Steel. So this is actually good for JSW and Tata because they're also going to be manufacturers and they're also going to be end consumers, right? So this is going to be very interesting for them. JSW Energy also I don't own. So please, for all the people who are asking, I don't own JSW Energy and all of that. Coming to mobility, Adani Group and NTPC Green Energy. And again, utilities, again, Adani Group. So if you look at this, JSW, Tata Steel, and Adani Group, and I know Reliance is not here, but I also feel that Reliance will be one of the key beneficiaries here as well, right? And if you look at number of key developments that are happening across the different value chain and across the different ecosystems, and that is why I say reading research reports is so beautiful, because after 2 years, listen to this, after 2 years, all of you guys will come to know, everyone will be talking about green hydrogen, and you'll be like, wow, this is a new theme, Shashank. What do I do? Should I buy or not? And you should realize and understand people have been tracking this theme for a very long period of time. This is not playing out now. Till now, there is no actual investments in this field. It will take some time. There is no production yet. but this will take 1 year, 2026, 2027. You might hear a lot of green energy coming up at that point, right? Okay. Coming to upstream, Reliance Industries, 75,000 crores Jamnagar Giga Complex for solar, electrolyzers, fuel cell, phase 1 by 2023, full scale by 26. As I said, 2026, you will see a lot of things coming up in this space. State oil refineries, $2 trillion tender by 2027. Okay. JSW Energy, 25 megawatt plant at Vijayanagar. They're doing this another one at 2030. Adani Group, already Mundra hydrogen hub has started. Again, they're doing more investments into all of this. So you can see so many different companies are there, and most of them have started. And just look at the amount of money that is flowing into the ecosystem. It is crazy. The money that's flowing into the ecosystem is actually crazy. And I don't know how many of you all know this, but how many of you are actually invested in the power space? How many of you are invested in the power ecosystem right now? Just tell me in the comments, because I'm watching it. How many of you have some stake in let's say power companies, right? I'll tell you why. Are you noticing that in the past few days, a lot of orders from Adani is flowing into the ecosystem? I don't know if you have seen this. I have been seeing this. So basically, Adani is doing this mega solar project, right, in Gujarat. Mega solar project. He's huge solar project. Now, I realize that Adani is not doing everything himself. So he's outsourcing most of these projects to smaller players, and he's keeping the beautiful margin in the middle. And this is something that I've been just noticing, because a lot of people are getting suddenly 80 megawatt solar project to be completed in 2 years and completed in 3 years. And they're saying that it is all coming from Adani Group. Adani Group is giving this project to someone else, giving that project to KPI, giving this project to something else. So many things are coming up. So I realize that because that project is so big, and if Adani keeps winning more projects, it keeps coming down to the lower end of the spectrum, and the mid cap, small cap companies are enjoying more because the upside over there becomes quite aggressive, right? So again, very interesting report. I'll share this with the community guys tomorrow. So again, beautiful report again to read. So this is what I do, right? I sit and I read green energy, whether it is energy transmission. I have to read the entire report on the rare earth materials and all of that. Now, obviously, you might say that, Shashank, aren't you scared that, by the time you finish reading, all of this theme will be completely over? So I never invest immediately when the theme is starting. I usually invest in the second leg of the theme, not in the first leg, because in the first leg, the risk becomes extremely high. In the second leg, the risk becomes slightly lower, because then I understand that this theme is actually playing out well and this theme is actually going out well. Because if I invest directly only in the first go, then my chances of capturing that theme becomes a big problem. You get my point? Got it? Yeah. So it's going to be very interesting to see what is going to happen with power companies. Again, I don't think things will play out like immediately right now. I believe 2026, let this year get over. We've had a very shitty year. Hundreds of wars happening all over. Masti mein people are sending rockets from one country to another. It's like they're playing Diwali or something. But it is not nice, because we have to do business and we have to make money. And the markets have to go up for that. That Israel stock market is going up. Indian stock market is consolidating. It is just weird, right? I don't know. It's just very weird. But exactly, this is what I'm saying. So again, coming back, so this is a very interesting theme. Now think about this. I told you who is the end beneficiary of this, right? I said that the RBI put a lot of money into the ecosystem, changed that 4% gap they gave in the provision. And then they also said that you can lend much better. Interest rates have fallen down. I have told you the end beneficiary, which is the infra companies. What about the first level of beneficiaries? What about the lending companies? Yeah, the lending companies are going to also do really well, mainly because of direct impact of the PCR. Directly, all these big companies, and that is why you see SBI went up, PFC went up, so many Power Finance Corporation, all of these companies actually went up, because these banks and NBFCs, who are the major lenders for infra projects, now they can suddenly lend 3-4% more, which means they will suddenly show more disbursements in the next quarter or in the next quarter after that, and they will suddenly show more revenue coming in as well, because their profits will start growing beautifully. And that is why you saw that yesterday or day before, when all these companies, when this news announcement came in, all of these companies, look at the volume spike here. All these companies saw a massive volume spike, and they're now starting to do the journey. They're not even started. As you can see, these journeys are not even started. It's just been one day since that news has come out, and now you will see these journeys starting up, and now they'll start going up. They've not even started. As I said, this is not a theme that will play out today. This will take time. This will take start. I would say it starts in 2026, and it would peak or come to a very good point in 2029. After 2029, depending on the elections, if the current government continues, then that theme will get a second engine to go from 2029 to 2032 to again aggressively hit the targets. But there will be around 2029, because it's election year, you might see some orders coming in late. That is why, but next 2 years you will see a lot of orders coming in. So if you have to play this system, you would play the system in such a way, right? All good? All of you guys understood? Okay, let's quickly take some questions from the audience, and then we will do a community members only questions as well. Let's quickly take some questions on stage. Yeah. What? Aniket is saying, I believe PSC and REC should boom in future. If the trend continues to go like this, then yes, Aniket, I think it should boom in the future. If the trend continues to go like this. Ayush Chaudhary has asked, hi Shashank, what's your new startup name and what does it do? Is it Bangalore based? Ayush, very good question. Yes, it is Bangalore based. I think we're announcing it on Monday itself. So give it some time and I will get back to you on that. Yeah. What else? Sudhamani Kanan, any mutual fund focusing on this sector? Not sure, but I think energy funds are there. You can have a look at it, right? I am not too keen on that, honestly, right now. I would rather go into the stocks. Look at the stocks that are there, boss. There are solar PV module players that are doing really well. There are transmission players that are doing really well. There are transformer companies sitting at very good P ratio. In fact, transformer companies are having a big problem right now. What is the problem transformer companies are having? Demand is there, supply is not there. They're like, we don't have mal only to give. It takes time to build the transformer and the demand is coming so much, right? So that is a problem that people are having. Okay. Coming to the next one. What do you think about India's manufacturing theme? Because Trump, see, India predominantly has been an IT service nation. Do you agree? Predominantly has been an IT service nation. I feel in the next 5 years or next 7 years, we will move into a manufacturing oriented nation and not just be an IT services nation, because the amount of manufacturing we're doing right now and how we're taking everything away from China is just insane. So Chirag, good question on that, right? What else? So is power sector good for short term? Not short term, for 3 years. If you consider short term is 3 years, then yeah, maybe. But I would say, Surya, it's a 3-year play, not a 1-year play. Not a 1-year play or a 6-month play. It is a 3-year play. Aniket, I landed a job in an equity research analyst role starting Monday. My end goal is to break into IB. Congrats, man, first of all. See, I think mainly for IB, people want to understand whether you know the market in and out. I have also interviewed a very big fund manager. I think the podcast will come out maybe next week or maybe this week itself. I don't know. But I've interviewed a fund manager who's managing approximately 13,500 crores, a lot of money. Investment banking fund manager. So you'll get a lot of information there, because I've asked him a very specific question saying, if people want to become investment bankers, how do they become? So you should actually go watch that video as well. Okay. What else? Very good question by Rahil. What is going on with Varun Beverages? Reliance announced huge Capex for Campa. That is a very good sign, actually. So I'll tell you 2 things that are happening with Varun Beverages, because I feel a lot of people are very confused about Varun Beverages and confused about it and why it's falling down and all of that, right? So let me explain. It's very clear. It's not very confusing, honestly. See, first of all, a simple question to all the people who have the same question, which is what is happening with Varun Beverages? Do you feel that the industry is a bad industry? First answer, you give me that answer, right? Is this industry a bad industry? Answer is no, it is not a bad industry. It is a good industry. Is it a big industry? It is a massive industry. It's not a small industry. Now, Campa Cola has recently announced 8,000 crores investment into the space. Now, Reliance will only invest in the space if there is growth left. If there is no growth, he's not mad to put money into it. That means the industry is going to grow, the CAGR of this industry, and we know the CAGR of this industry is going to grow, right? So there is no doubt that this industry will grow, and Varun Beverages has been hitting the 20% volume game continuously. Like every year, they sell 20% more cans, bottles, or whatever compared to previous year. Now come to the question as to why is it going down right now? Now, please understand, Varun Beverages has been a company that has gone up quite aggressively, and now it is taking a pause. Right now, why do I say it is a pause and not a very big correction? Mainly because of two reasons. Just before 3-4 weeks or 6 weeks before, was there this theme in the market where everyone said, Shashank, summer theme, summer is going to be very hot, so we have to buy ACs and AC stocks will go up, and cola stocks will go up, ice cream stocks will go up. How many of you all heard this theme? How many of you all heard this theme? Summer is going to become very hot. Garam hone wala hai summer. And we have to buy, all these Voltas, Blue Star and all of that. How many of you all remember that? AC stocks will fly. Boom. AC stocks fell down, right? Okay. You talk about Blue Star. Boom. Blue Star fell down. What happened? Because summer to summer hai, but what happened? What happened was monsoon came early and came properly. It did not come early, it came properly. So when that happened, all your companies, which is Blue Star and Voltas, which had gone up because of this whole summer, came down. Because Blue Star and Voltas went down, the companies that manufacture Blue Star and Voltas, which is PGEL and Dixon, fell down. And even Varun Beverages had gone up because the whole theory was that people will drink more cola and people will drink more juices and all of that in this summer, and that is why it had gone up. So now it is coming down. Now we will wait for next quarter. Again, next quarter the volume growth will be good, then the stock will again start its slow rally, but it is not going to go up very aggressive. It will go up slowly. It is not a bad company. It is a very big FMCG giant, and as India grows and drinks more Pepsi and Coke, it should go up. That is the thesis of it. Got it? I hope that answered your question. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me just change. Okay, I've just changed the chat because there's too much spam coming in on the chat. I am changing the chat settings. I don't know if it works. Let me just check. I'm changing the chat settings to members only. Okay, so only members can ask questions. Let's go ahead. Good question. Shashank, how do you get access to these reports? Multiple different places. There are some Telegram groups I follow. I get access from there. There are some online websites. And by the way, you can just go Google. As simple as Google. You want to know how? Okay, look at this. So Aventus is a very good, so if I just do Aventus power report, it comes here. So Aventus is a very good free resource that gives you a lot of these research reports. Okay, you can go here and look at this. Technology services is here. Decoding SaaS players is here. Everything is here. Data centers ka pura report is here. Free of cost. No cost at all. Apart from that, you can check out other research agencies like Novama Research, right? So if you just go and Google Novama Research reports, I think they give some of them for free. So here you can see all the latest reports. 20th June ka report also you will see here on chemical sector, Fed Bank Services, Piramal. Trendline also gives you some free reports. So sometimes the answer is as simple as Google. As simple as Google. Google will give you most of the reports that you have. You should know what you're searching for. But if you do know what you're searching for, then that becomes very easy for you guys. Yeah. Okay. Is it okay to invest in NBFCs now, or is it too late? Boss, we have not even started. That's what I'm telling you, that it's not even started. Like Bajaj Finance just came out of a multi-year consolidation. Look at this. It came out of a multi-year consolidation between this zone, and now it has just started its journey to the new area. And think about this. It is crossing all-time high. There is nobody on top who has bought before that has to sell. So there is no selling pressure on top. It is only new buyers going up and up and up. So if your question is NBFCs are too late, answer is no, NBFCs are not too late. Yeah, there's still enough time for you to go ahead. Steve 26, what are your thoughts on Geo Finance? See, Geo Finance, I don't know. I think honestly, if you ask me, it's going on a lot of hype. Yes, he's preparing everything and making it look very scary, but he's not done anything right now, right? But I know for a fact, Steve, that once he starts doing stuff, people will take notice and he will disrupt the industry. That is the logic, right? It's like how he came with Geo. So people are only buying on that reason. I don't think there is anything apart from that. Currently, it is there on that, right? What else? Any insights on BSE? It is down 7% last week. See, this is something I don't like. Okay, first of all, look at this. This is BSE's daily chart. Okay, boss, who asked me this question? This is BSE's daily chart. Premchand Valuri. So first of all, Premchand, BSE has gone up like there is no tomorrow. It has gone from 1,300 in March to 2,000, 3,000 rupees in a span of just 4-5 months. After that, it has come down to consolidate. No stock goes up like this. Okay, always stocks go up, then people will book profit. It will go up, book profit, go up, book profit. Now, what happened? Not just this, definitely profit booking is also happening, but something else is also happening, where recently the SEBI has said that we will only have 2 expiry days, and Nifty, which is NSE, and BSE have to choose the days. BSE asked for Thursday, NSE asked for Tuesday, and that is why BSE is going down, because apparently Tuesday was a better day than Thursday. But BSE believes that Thursday is a better day, but market believes Tuesday is a better day. So that is why you will see that the market has taken a small hit on this company. Okay, understand? But boss, it has given crazy returns. So if you have invested in the top, it was not the right time to invest any which way. Any which way. I hope you understood the answer, right? Okay. One second. Upcoming HDB IPO, is it a good buy? Honestly, Ramu, I have not gone through the IPO details. I have not seen it. But from what I can see, their AUM growth in the NBFC space was slower compared to the other players in the market. I think Chola was faster, Bajaj Finance was faster. So maybe, I don't know, I'll wait, man. I don't like investing in IPO companies. I don't know if you guys have heard of this concept called IPO base. Have you heard of this concept called IPO base? Have you guys heard of concepts called IPO base? I'll show you the IPO base concept. I'm actually thinking of making a video on it. Do you want a video on IPO basis? I'll show you an example. Let's say this is, what is an IPO base, right? Very common with all IPOs. IPO gets listed and then falls down, because after 30 days and after 90 days, what happens? All your anchor investors will come and sell, and the IPO goes down. And after 90 days, you will see that IPO makes a base like this. Look at this base. It makes a base like this, and then it breaks out from the base. And once it breaks out, it starts creating all-time high, right? And the IPO bases are considered very, very, very strong, very, very strong IPO bases. And look at Zomato. This was an example. If you look at Swiggy, Swiggy has still not completed the IPO base, but you will see a same formation. It will go down, it will come here, and then create the base and boom up. So I never buy at the IPO levels. I wait for it to go down, and only once it clears the IPO base is when I prefer going and buying into this company, right? So actually, I can make a video. That's why I want to know for you guys. I can make a video on how to scan IPO bases and find companies that are close to IPO base. For example, there is a company that I'm tracking right now called Unimec. Look at this, almost there. Another 5-10%, and it's at an IPO base, but see, exactly made the same curve. Exactly made the same curve. And you will see most of the IPOs do this, because it is by design. When an IPO comes out, they're overvaluing it today. Then your anchor investors will sell. Then your first level investors will sell. Your IPO holders sell. So by the time everyone sells, nothing is left only in the stock. And then people will cry also, saying, Shashank, nothing is left. And I bought this company and now it has fallen down. What to do? What to do? Matlab, you invested at the wrong time also, na? So wo bhi dekho. So that is something that you should be very, very careful about as well. Got it? Okay. Coming back. So this, I will make the concept on this. I will make a nice video on IPO base. I will tell you how to find it, shortcut to find it. And I will tell you how to game it also. What else? Quick technical analysis on JSW Steel. JSW Steel is doing well, no? What is the problem with, from what I know, JSW Steel is a consistent compounder. I don't know what you're worried about. It's in a channel. Just play the channel, no? If you want it from a technical standpoint, it is in a very beautiful Surya. It's in an upward momentum, upward channel. And it is playing the channel very well. So this is something that you should definitely check out, right? By the way, guys, before we take any more questions, please click on that like button. इतना बात कर रहा हूँ, like कोई click नहीं कर रहा है. Yeah, please click on that like button. And all the people who are here who have never seen me before, and you like what you're seeing, and if you feel 5 minute ka information has got you some intelligence, please click on that subscribe button as well, because we're trying to grow the channel also. No? We're not sitting here to only keep the channel at a low rate. So please click on that like button. Nothing, no cost to you. No problem at all, right? Okay. Okay. 1 second. Let me take the other questions as well. I have to ask so much for likes nowadays. I feel like I have to be like, guys, please like, please like. I should do that in the old times. Now I don't like doing it. Okay. Let's go to the next question. Let's take a few questions. Okay, don't worry, I'm not running away. Don't ask direct buy or sell. I cannot talk about buy or sell, as you know, and I'll talk about something very interesting in the end also. Okay. Your view on BEL at present time, daily, weekly, monthly, RSI crossing a very big number. Okay, let's check. Oh, yeah. Very, very, very overextended, guys. Very overextended. If you ask me, definitely overextended a bit. Yes, it is even overextended. This is 20-day moving average. It is even overextended from the 20-day moving average. So, yeah, it is overextended. It is overextended. Yeah. By the way, I'm using, for all the people who are asking, this is the Grow app, Grow Terminal, and we're also a part of the Grow network. So if you want to know more about Grow, you can download their app and get all of these things as well. But yes, Kundan Kumar, you asked, it is definitely overvalued. Your answer is absolutely yes. Okay. What else? DJ Akob BP, welcome to the club. Views on PolicyBazaar. Sure. Let me just check. Who's asking this? Chayan Agarwal. Let's check PolicyBazaar में क्या चल रहा है. Platform companies were doing really well, and now I think it's taking a pause, right? Oh, sorry, this is Polycab. PB Fintech, right? It was doing well. It was in a very, yeah, it is doing well. It is actually catching the 20-day moving average and going up, and is actually doing really well. And this is something that it has taken support continuously over time. So from a technical angle, PolicyBazaar is doing well. From a fundamental angle, I'm not gone through it very deeply. Ramu, I will share the PDF tomorrow on the community tab. If you are a member, you will get it. I will share all the links, all the reports that I've seen. I will share it with you. Nice reading will happen for you over the weekend, right? Sunday dekh ke aaram se you can check it out. Currently, which sector looks the most attractive? NBFCs and power looks the most attractive right now. Okay. DJ, hi Shashank. Thanks for your previous view on Zaggle. I held it because of you. Just want to know if your view on Innova. The stock's been consolidating for a long time. Yeah, the stock's been consolidating for quite a bit. Mainly because if you look at their last quarter result, was not very interesting because their Jammu plant, which is the key trigger for that company, got delayed, and the revenues also got delayed slightly, which they said that next quarter it should look very attractive. So I'm also waiting, just like you. I'm also holding it, and I'm waiting for the next quarter result to understand whether the management is right or are they giving some lollipop. So right now it is not in a big loss, so we're just waiting for it to understand what is going on. But from a company standpoint, it is a good company. It has never given a loss year in its life, so let's give it some benefit of the doubt and let's see what is happening there. Yeah. Views on Prudent, absolutely beautiful company. No views at all. Like, I just like it mainly because it's a beautiful free cash flow player. It is growing very well. Right now also it is doing well. SIP in India is going up and up. In fact, mutual funds don't know what to do with all the money that they have. That is becoming a bigger problem. Mutual funds don't know what to do. That's why they're going and giving exits to a lot of people, right? So yes, Prudent is not a bad company. In fact, all wealth management companies are doing really, really well. Yeah. Kundan Kumar, can you please make a video on Manas? I am not able to use it, please. Kundan, Manas to abhi old school ho gaya. There are many more things that have come up. Very interesting. I'm actually thinking of doing this. I'm actually thinking of doing a free on YouTube, completely free, 1 hour. It is a longer video. I usually do like 15-minute videos, but I'm thinking I'll do a 1 hour video on all the tools for stock market, free AI stock market masterclass. I'm thinking about this, but you guys let me know in the comments if you want me to do it. A lot of research I'll have to do, a lot of prompt engineering I'll have to do, but I can make it and give it to you guys. It'll be a completely free video. Obviously ads will be there, but it'll be completely free video. You don't have to pay any money for it. I'll make it completely for everyone, not just members only. So if you want it or you like it, let me know. I will do it there as well. Hemant, what is your view on PGEL? Why hasn't the price reflected in the Q4 result? Who said price is not reflected in the Q4 result? Have you seen PGEL's P ratio? It is already trading at a premium, and the whole monsoon narrative got short. Your Voltas Blue Star fell down. They're not selling ACs, so production also won't be that much. Over inventory stocking will happen, so that is why it is taking a pause, right? But over time, I think again only in the next quarter result we will understand doodh ka doodh, pani ka pani, and understand what is going to happen, right? Okay, guys, let's take one last question before we call it off. Any nice questions that you guys have? One more question. Oh, by the way, let me show you something interesting. So if you go to this website, have you heard of this website called BSC India? Have you heard of this website? Yeah. Have you heard of this website called BSC India? Obviously, it's Bombay Stock Exchange, and somebody was saying it fell down by 7% and all of that. So if you go to BSE India, you click on research analysts, you click on enlistment, you go to registration application status, you click on application closed or opened or approved, and it talks about all the applications approved, and then you go here and search for my name. You will see that my application has been approved by SEBI. Only some small last minute formalities are pending before I actually get my official certificate. Yeah, see, it's here. You can go check it out by yourself. So we will soon become SEBI registered, and then with great power, as you know, comes great responsibility. So that is again going to be a very, very beautiful step towards our journey of creating content, and we will no longer be called an influencer, yes, or finfluencer. Now I've opened the chat for everyone now. So we will no longer be called an influencer or a finfluencer. We will now officially be a SEBI registered advisor. Is that okay? Is that okay? Finally, abhi koi we can't put some stamp on us and all of that. So please remove that away. Abhi tak aaya nahi hai certificate. It's not come in my hand. So let's wait for it. But once it comes, I'll officially announce it. And then a lot of things have to be done. Compliance wise, I'll have to change a lot of things. So even according to compliance, whenever I make a video on YouTube, I have to give the research for you guys for free, right? So all of that has to be done. So a lot of changes are there according to rules and regulations. But yes, we did it. Had to give the exam, had to qualify to SEBI, had to give all the applications, and everything got approved. Last steps left, and then mostly the things will come, and we are okay. So beautiful. Yeah, then we can do everything legally and properly. So don't worry about it. Chalo, let's take one last question. We'll take it from a non-member. I think we did a nice members only also. Let's take a non-member thing. Thank you, Kundan. Thank you, Meghala. Thank you for your congrats. Oh, nice question by sorry, not where did that go? Abhi to aaya, so fast it went off. There's so many people. Shit. Very nice question was there. Was the question easy? Yeah, for me it was easy. Very good question by Sonali Gomani. She is saying that what do you think about the chemical sector? So Sonali, chemical sectors right now is perfect. Perfect. Mainly because a lot of companies are sitting at very undervalued positions, and the charts are all telling me that there's going to be some boom happening. Like I keep looking at charts, right? So if I look at Deepak Fertilizers, for example, you see Deepak Fertilizers is currently sitting at a very beautiful all-time high position, and the game has not even started, taking a support at 20-day moving average. And if you look at it fundamentally, they have invested heavy amount into assets, right? Deepak Fertilizers, let me come back here and show you. So they're 19, by the way, not a buy or sell recommendation. I'm not invested in this company. 19,000 crore company, 20 PE ratio right now, 20 PE ratio, because their profit fell down and net profit fell down. But if you go deeper into this and you go to their balance sheet, and if you just look at their assets, you will see how their assets have gone flying up. Their fixed assets, current assets have gone up flying, but the revenue has not come in yet. So that is going to be a massive trigger for this company when things start moving aggressively, right? So chemical sector is doing amazing. SRF also another company, as you can see in the similar lines. Let me just show you that also. You can see SRF also has now moved across its consolidation zone and is now hitting all-time high slowly. It is going up, but slowly going up. And you can see it was in this consolidation zone for so long. It broke out that zone. And it's not just these two companies. Even yesterday, I think Pi India started doing its run. See, Pi India also started. All of them have started. All of them have started. So Sonali, very good sector. I would say still undervalued. People are not looking into it. And there is a lot more things that can be done in this sector as well. Yeah. So very, very interesting. Guys, for all the people who are watching and who have not subscribed, please click on the subscribe button, and also please click on the like button. And because of that, I will take one more question from the audience. Okay. Only if you click on the like button, I should see the likes going up. Then I will do the thing. Okay. Somebody is saying you didn't mention anything about R power. What is there to mention about R power? I don't understand what's going on behind the scenes. Kuch samajh mein nahi aa raha. Thank you, Premchand. Do you feel like capital market shares, Shubham, will give a sharp dip soon after Q1 results? See, Shubham, I'm not too worried about Q1, Q2, Q3 or Q4, mainly because I know for a fact next 10 years, India wants to go from $4 trillion to 5, 6, 7, 8. Tomorrow we want to go, right? capital markets will go up because technology has enabled us to invest in the market. SIPs have gone up. Me and you have become smarter. So from a long scheme of things, I think capital market stocks will always go up. It is not going to go down, right? It will always go up. So I am not too worried about capital market stocks. It is some of those stocks I've taken for my 10-15 year horizon because I know it is going to be amazing. So that is basically what I'm looking at. Okay, let's take one last question. By the way, guys, did you watch that video which I posted yesterday? I don't know how many of you all saw it. I want feedback because without feedback, I won't know whether it is good or bad. Okay, that is what I'm asking. See, I'll show you which one I'm talking about. So yesterday we made a video on like a market update. It was a very quick 10-12 minute market update as to what is the top news, what is the top news in defense, what are some macro factors, what are some stocks, community questions. Again, I want to know from you guys, was that helpful, was that good? Only if it is, then I will continue doing it, or else I won't waste time doing it, right? And if you feel anything else we can add, please let me know, we can add that also. Yeah, awesome. Let's take one last question, guys, before we call it. Let's take a non-members question. Have you seen Accenture's Q3 results? Yeah, I just saw it. Yeah, I feel IT is going through a problem, mainly legacy IT. Your Infosys, TCS, they're going through some problems. But at the same time, you see your Coforge and Persistent, they're not going through problems. They're doing fine. They're absolutely doing great. So it is I would say it is a very bucketed scenario. It is not a complete scenario. It is a bucketed scenario. And very few things are going up and very few things are going down. So I would not bucket all IT companies as bad, but few IT companies I would say are not innovating. And it's not like TCS and Infosys don't have money. You know, they're not spending on R&D at all. Absolutely no R&D. Chalo, don't spend on R&D. You're an IT behemoth, right, in India. Don't spend on R&D. Go buy a company, right? Go buy a company. Why are you not doing that? So these are very shocking things. Honestly, me as a consumer of these companies, it is very shocking even for me, right? But again, what can we do? That's why other companies are doing very well, and that is why these are other companies that are doing very well. Okay, awesome, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's live session. I too love coming on the weekends and having a nice fun chat with you guys. Yeah, it's been a long session today. I'm sorry about that if you felt it was too long. But I enjoyed it. I had fun. I hope you guys had fun as well. And we'll try to do this every other week. Whenever I have time, I'll do it. And hopefully next week when I come, I should have my license. If not, I will let you know. Okay. Chalo, this is me, Shashank, guys, signing off. Take care. See you guys. Bye-bye. And thank you for your time.